Yeah, that one actually hurt, guys. Welcome to home base Fiji. Today we have to walk to the other side of the island. You can see it above the island there. Because we're going to do some of this. Downwinding. No motors, no sails, no batteries. Just you and the ocean. And a jungle. That's how we get there. It's a 10 to 15 minute walk. We're slowly beating a path in. Well worth it. You really learn how to distill down your gear when you have to carry it by hand or get the dogs to carry something. Sometimes I strap stabilizers to them. That's it. It's the path. But look at this place. Okay, back to business. So wing out 2.5 kilometers, give or take. 2.8 meter wing. Watch this dismount. Watch how I jump down to the board, keep the wing dry. I recommend something like that. Keep your wing crispy. Just saves weight on your back. Nobody needs it. Get a bit of a look of the conditions here too while we're sitting here. It's not that big, but super fun on the foil that I'm on. So we've got some PPC stuff, great paddles, great wing. Everything from PPC is really good. And then axis, board and foils. So the foils are 1300 centimeter HA foil, 72 centimeter mast. 56 fuse, so that's shorter than a lot of people use. I've got the headphones and bone conducting headphones. These things have been great. They leave your ears open. They sit around your ear. So right now I'm sitting there listening to the Foo Fighters. I will turn it off for the paddle up sequence because I don't like having distraction while I'm paddling up. It just makes it harder. Look at those bumps. Waist high, shoulder high maybe. But the pack down's already done. So the pack down takes under 2 minutes these days. Something to work towards. A little bit crossed up. It's not Hood River, but it's not too complex. Keeping that paddle in the water, keeping forward momentum. If you can keep forward momentum and your foil active, it gives you stability. So I've been hit with heaps of steep bumps there. And then this one was good enough to get up on. I think I got pretty lucky there actually, so having a foil with a good stall speed is really good. And then as luck has it, straight onto a nice big swell. I don't get sick of seeing that foil through the water. So now I'm just working my feet around a little bit, trying to get my stance feeling right, and it looks right to me today. You never know though, like when you paddle up, who knows where you end up on your board. So just take a bit of time settling in, get comfortable, make things feel right, put a bit of work in at the start, and then just cruise for the rest of the run. Nice little bowls in front of me. Something I was thinking about that you can focus on today is just watch how often I'm traveling downhill. It's like a perpetual downhill. So I'm just choosing terrain that always lends itself to giving me an option of going down. And the only reason that's really available is because the seascape is changing. So I'm using that to my advantage. Here I'm just running down the lines of those more minor swells. Everything in the ocean has energy attached to it if it's moving. So you can tap into small bumps, big bumps, it doesn't matter. They just give you different levels of energy. So I had some speed there and I ended up just turning off down the line to use that speed. There's a misconception with downwinding, and I think it's because of how it's named, but you don't just go downwind. And in fact, it's very rare that I go downwind. It requires special conditions and a fast foil. So typically you're actually going to be going 45 degrees to straight downwind. And in fact, don't even think about going downwind. If you just stay on foil, you're not going upwind, trust me. You'll end up downwind. Faded off that one. Let some energy pass and then just hooking in behind it. Making decisions early. A lot of learner downwinders exhaust the energy before they decide to move on. So don't let that be you. Leave the energy system that you're on before you think you should. Leave when you're moving your fastest, because that gives you the most scope to then use momentum to find the next energy source. If you exhaust the piece of energy that you're on, you have to add your own energy to then move. We want to do that as little as possible. And a good way to think about some of this terrain, because I know it can be confusing when you're starting out, or even at the intermediate level. But just imagine right now that I'm on a skateboard. If I was on a skateboard in this terrain, and that terrain was firm, like rolling hills, it would be the exact same approach to riding it. You can't ride a skateboard uphill. You can't ride a skateboard into a stiff wind. It's very similar to the foil. So think of this terrain as a skate park and ride it accordingly. You know, before you can actually truly see what's going on, you can use little techniques like that to just have some kind of idea and path. Having any plan is better than having none. Nice little run there. So you don't even need to tackle those bigger swells. In fact, sometimes they overpower you and then you just need somewhere to take that speed. You'll find that doing your best turns won't be on the bigger swells, they'll be on the Goldilocks swells. That makes me think about foil choice. If my foil was small and fast, I'd be hunting energy a lot more right now. And it means that you can't really hook turns as much. If I had a large foil like the original 1300 or just a big slower foil, you start getting overrun by the swells and then you have to fade off the back of them a lot more. So something like the 1201 is just so well rounded, it can go fast and slow. It's very rare that it's out of its depth. I'm going to call this foil the Goldilocks foil. Blasting downwind. I'm definitely all about the surfing aspect of downwinding. I'm on a HA foil right now, high aspect, which really does draw out your turns. But since this video was made, I've been using a lot of surfy foils too, so those are coming up for you guys. I don't believe there's anything better than being able to surf and hook turns downwind, turn after turn. And that's it. Looks like I'm inside the reef again. It's never long enough. Look at this drone pilot. Amazing. That's it, guys. End of the run. I'll be walking back through the jungle, go drink a coconut, hydrate, rest. I'll do my stretches. Look after yourselves, look after each other. Share the beta, share the stoke. If you like these videos, think about subscribing. It really helps the channel. Give it a thumbs up or tell somebody about it. See ya.